cluster on the wall, which is the most beautiful cluster of them all. Hello everyone, I'm Bogdan, and in this video we are taking a look at the BMW 6WA instrument cluster. We start this discussion by setting some context on how instrument cluster is working and the way that the mileage is stored and updated. Once programmed, once installed in a car, the instrument cluster will store the VIN, the vehicle identification number, and the mileage of that car. To make life harder for the guys that are changing the mileage, that are tampering with the mileage, the same information is stored on different ECUs. To name a few, we have the central gateway. We also have the CAS, car access system, and also we have the key of the car that is also storing that mileage information. One of the interesting things is that all of these modules are communicating one with each other, and they will update the information to the highest value that is present in the system. What does this mean for you? Should you want to retrofit, or should you want to replace the instrument cluster? Should you want just to test an instrument cluster? If you do not know the mileage of that instrument cluster, and should that mileage be higher than the value that you have on your car, there is a possibility that your car will update its stored value to the higher value that you have on the cluster. So even if you are buying a cluster that is advertised as being virginized, by virginized we are referring at the VIN being deleted and the mileage being deleted. A good precaution measure would be to power that cluster and really check to make sure that mileage has been corrected, that mileage has been deleted. Once a car updates its mileage, it's really hard to correct it to a different value, and sometimes this effort is not worth it. So we come back to our discussion. 6WA instrument cluster. Should you want to power it, you need to identify the 12-pin parts of your socket from the BMW TIS technical information system. If you do your search for your car in instrument cluster, if I remember correctly, you will get a pin layout. This discussion that we are having now, it's for the BMW F10. From technical point of view, you will need some DuPont jumper cables, a 12 volt power supply, 12 to 14 volt power supply. If you don't have something like this, you can use the battery of the car, but you will need longer cables to reach the battery terminals. And also you might need someone to hold those cables, because it's quite hard to hold the cables on the battery, press all the buttons and do all the stuff. So once you have everything prepared, mainly those DuPont jumper cables, I will place a link in the description to eBay or Amazon, somewhere where you can get similar products, similar jumpers. They're the standard for Arduino and circuit boards. They're really cheap, they're not expensive, and they will make your life quite easier. We come back to our cluster. You will need to power pin 1, 2 and 11. Those go to the positive terminal, and 7 and 8 will go to ground. As a general precaution, you should make sure that you're connecting them to the right terminal. After powering these terminals, you still need to press the reset terminal of your instrument cluster, and if everything is like it should, the instrument cluster will display the mileage. Now, I hope that this video helps. If I forgot something or if you have ideas for future videos, please let me know in the comments below. We will continue this series with the 6WA instrument cluster and how you can retrofit it in future videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, show some love, show some hate, give constructive feedback, and I shall be seeing you in the next video.